love, respect. My content is not for everyone. No, Evan Trey, don't be goddamn it. You know my content about us. Okay. No, Evan Trey, don't be. It's not, and that's okay. I'm Naya, Genuine Love Respect, and this is Peace. Peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence, you matter your worth, don't dim your light. Love yourself, don't dim your light. Yeah, they gonna hate cause you willing to elevate. Love yourself, don't dim your light. Motivation, the key with God. Hold on 1 second, we don't pray to say, I know how to respect my neighbor even on a rainy day. Love yourself, don't dim your light. Yeah, you matter your worth, don't dim your light. Hey, to the genuine ones, but I want to say this. I gotta go on peace. I bring peace. Stop the violence. Gotta go. I'm Naya, Genuine Love Respect, and my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. Have a safe year, day, evening, week, weekend. You matter, you're worthy. Always be yourself when someone says you don't have potential. No, ever trait of me. It's currently, supposedly. No, ever trait of me. It's 12/12/2025. December 12th, 2025. Always protect your energy. Always protect your family and yourself. You matter, you're worthy. Never give up on yourself because someone overlooked you. Then I'll love you, respect you, protect you at the end of the day. My content is not for everyone, and I say that respectfully. No, ever trade of a fool will watch you within watch you be so disturbingly unconscious motivation. No other trade over me. A motherfucker will watch you within watch you. I know you. No, you don't, you weird piece of shit. It's the trait over me. A motherfucker will have so much hate and jealousy and animosity, be so motherfucking inspired at the end of the day. Yeah, I know though. No, you don't. Oh my God. You can't wait for someone to fall. It's the trade though for me. Because chicks and dudes be swearing they know you. They be pretending when it comes to their invisible friend at the end of the day. Or because they conscious don't understand motivation is different. Hold on 1 second. A vocabulary don't understand unconditional love started within. They see that you prospering in life. They want to kick you down because you believe in faith because God was treating you right. You know when the devil or an enemy try to size you up, put you in an uncomfortable situation, but God will protect you, see that you truly are woke, that you are worthy. Don't disturb your peace at the end of the day because someone's conscious when it comes to their motivation, they want you to be projected with fear. All because, hold on 1 second, it was never competition even on your rainy day, how you truly rare. You know, an individual will see that you're prospering in life and they want to be attached to who you are. They want to be able to control the narrative as to who you are to ruin your reputation. They would try to do humiliation rituals, rob you mentally, spiritually, financially. And if they're really close enough, at the end of the day, they will monitor your every move. They matter, they tax bracket, let alone, hold on 1 second. They zip code, trying to confuse you, trying to paint you up to be the villain in their story, all because you truly got potential. Unconditional love would bother someone's mental, especially when they're not woke, or because, hold on 1 second, you understood the grip of being happy to go within. Understand that, hold on 1 second, you had to break that conscience when it comes to someone trying to dim your light, because the devil was trying to stop you, discourage you, throw chaos, confusion, spoke in a toxic way, all because you understood balance. Hold on 1 second, God faith. You know, I may not make sense to the average person, but that's okay. Never give up on yourself because someone wants to dim your light or ruin your reputation. You know, individuals will act like they know you, had a whole conversation with you at the end of the day, and you never did. They would gang stalk you, rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, even project spark on you. You know, insecurity is real because someone will project that mindset on you, or because you believe something they can't relate to, loving you. Now, it's a trick on you. Know, my content about that's okay. No, it's not my content about it. Always be yourself when someone says you don't have potential. I am my biggest cheerleader, and my content is not for everyone. I don't push God on nobody, and my content is not for everyone. It's not. No, it's a trick on me, God darn it. My content is and that's okay. When you really got the best heavy hit at the end of the day on your block, you know, hold on 1 second, God was showing you motivation is different when you're in your own lane. They would never understand how you travel in the astral world at the end of the day. You ain't have to invade someone's space. That energy is different when it comes to having a conscience, being a motivated at the end of the day, or authentic with all of someone's mental health. You know, because we live in the spiritual world when it comes to, hold on 1 second, keeping it real. Then have to dibble and dab with spiritual magic to make someone mentally unstable when you usually keeping it real. The energy is different. How you built off of shit they can't relate to, healing trauma and pain. You know, hold on 1 second, with God, so he's showing you that you are worthy when it comes to knowledge every single day. You know, God is the biggest hitter on your block. That energy is different when God show you at the end of the day how God spoil you when it come to hold on 1 second. You ain't have to sell those rocks. I don't mean no disrespect. Baby, it's trying to throw for me because everybody's walk of life ain't the same when it comes to hold on 1 second being a criminal because they quit to label you a number at the end of the day. But you wasn't running from your past when you're not taking accountability for your actions. They would never understand that being woke at the end of the day would bother someone's mental when it comes to hold on 1 second being misled or because hold on 1 second certain folks' household became the norm. Playing with sport, dibbling down with magic at the end of the day, voodoo, witchcraft, trying to dim somebody like because they truly got potential when they was never the issue. Only realized the hold on 1 second, damn, maybe you really need a tissue. No, that's the train of thought for me. They say G-O-D ain't real. Hold on 1 second. I knew how to keep it real. I'm far from a hater. Misery loves company. I was my own dependent at the end of the day, being my biggest cheerleader. When you understand my faith, saying I was whack, I was corny, I didn't have potential, but I was really your issue when you lived in the mindset of being in fear. You didn't want someone to be qualified to love for themselves, or because you was dealing with misery loves company. To hold on 1 second, how you disturb your own peace at the end of the day, when you could pour into yourself and stop to pretend wearing a mask. He'd be the train of thought for me. Talking about you rooting for somebody, all of us to hold on 1 second, you want them to fall. How this type of stuff be happening. How folks be behind closed doors talking about they can't wait for it to be a crash out. How they behind closed doors painting out a narrative, to frame you, to gang up on you at the end of the day when they come to gang stalking because they trying to humiliate you. You understood a vocabulary they come relate to. I love myself, to better myself, my health is my worth at the end of the day. I understood God's vision is different. Thank you, God, for not giving up on me and I didn't have to pretend to love myself. Hold on 1 second of the day. My content is not for everyone. And that's okay. It's not a crime to be authentic. That ain't just different. When you got the best, I got the best. Heavy hitter on my side. God didn't tell a lie, even when the devil tried to discourage me. God allowed me to see my worth when it comes to growth. They can't relate to confidence. You're not really going to bother someone's mental. Hold on 1 second, it was a sneak dissing. Misery loves company, misleading the blind. Hold on 1 second, when the devil was trying to tell so many lies, how they gang up on one person at the end of the day, talking about you real at the end of the day, all because you want the energy harvest off someone's energy, only because you was so fake this whole entire time with your weak ass mindset. It'd be the train of thought for me. How you make it so soul irrelevant at the end of the day. Then Matthew was a Freemason or a witch at the end of the all warlock. Can I say that disrespectfully? No, that's the train of thought for me. How these weak ass bitch ass dudes and chicks at the end of the day gotta govern up. Hold on 1 second. They gotta cover up they mask. Only realize to hold on 1 second. We all ain't the same when it comes to having self-love. Hold on 1 second. Taking accountability for our past. Running from our healing process. Now, that wasn't part of God's journey at the end of the day. Having potential to become your best self vision of yourself. Even when the devil tried to distract you, they would never understand God flow is different. Hold on 1 second. When God revealed the devil alone the enemy. You ever had someone gang stalk you, then try to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, even energy harvest over your energy? Then when you call back your energy, they quick to call you a BIT stage. You need to shut the fuck up at the end of the day when you ain't trying to catch a case. No, that's a trade off, you weird son of a bitch. I said what I said. How are you a truth teller speaking up for yourself? They said at the end of that you crazy, but hold on 1 second, your story never switched up. Because when the right people see at the end of the day, it was far from pretending when they was rooting for you at the end of the day. Yeah, behind closed doors, up close in person. Hold on 1 second, God showed you better days ahead at the end of the day. That fake don't belong in your vocabulary when it comes to folks actually respecting you. That ain't just different. Nobody needs no fake high. Nobody need no fake hug. Nobody need no fake love. Forget that fame at the end of the day. That was a dub. Heavy the chin of thought for me. How folks don't want to see you more woke than them at the end of the day, but they see that you got potential, but they made you the issue. But hold on 1 second, that consciousness is different when it comes to hold on 1 second, acknowledging your worth. When you finally see within you. They don't want you to be woke when they come to your face, so they got to stereotype you. They say God not real, but it started within. If I didn't pray, I wouldn't be standing before myself if they understand my intuition. That ain't just different. They can't wait to call you and label you a crash out. Living in fear wasn't part of God's vocabulary when it comes to hold on 1 second. You didn't have to wow out. That enemy, the devil try to antagonize you, getting a reaction because hold on 1 second, they didn't want you to see your point of view. Irrelevant at the end of the day. How it took 1 dummy, 2 dummy, 3 dummy, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on 1 second. Goddamn. Trying to destroy one person's character traits. It be the train of thought for me. How you trying to rob somebody ability when it comes to them allowing themselves to become their best self, vision of themselves. Then you project colon on second fear into somebody, paying this person, paying that person, telling somebody they a bum ass bitch, but you taking those at the end of the day, but you can't put respect on your neighbor's name. It be the train of thought for me. How you robbing them slowly behind closed doors, but God revealed the devil only. Hold on one second. We wasn't on the same page when it came to testimony. No, ever trade on you, big dummy. I don't live in fear. I walk in these streets alone, and I would never hurt myself, and I say that respectfully. Never give up on yourself when someone says you don't have potential. Misery loves company, and company wasn't me. No, ever trade on me, stupid. No, for real. A motherfucker will put you part of their conversation because they miserable to go within. No, the trade on me. I'm happy. So why you look at me like competition? Damn, it's raining when it comes to your work. It's raining when it comes to your mental health, becoming hold on one second. That's what keeps you woke. Only as the hold on one second, you still losing sleep, trying to keep up with the real one at the end of being the thought anointing. You know, the real one that's actually has this mindset of being authentic that misleads you at the end of the day, make you feel like you ain't got potential. So you got to sit there and be a copycat. Damn, you really a follower. What happened to being a leader? You the one that got to dibble and dabble with spell work, play with magic at the end of the day. Go into that read, that warlock or whatever the case may be, that next door neighbor, then now they tags bracket that hold on one second. What do I do next to get rid of this motherfucker? No, it's a trade. I don't know what's wrong with people. You know, the ones that gotta pretend to play with spell behind closed doors. The shade was real at the end of the day, but God was showing you elevation. His different when God was showing you why you was truly maturing. You was far from a crash out. They didn't understand your potential. Being different, that was truly real at the end of the day. What bothers someone's mental. Never dim your light because you understood how to be thankful. Regardless, you came from poverty and pain, they would never understand that God was your director at the end of the day. Hold on one second. You understood God's favor. God was never for like he was a cloud chasing or fame. They would never understand. Hold on one second. How did you overcome those rainy days? No, I ever trade of it. All of yourself a number less than sentence. I'm not here to you all respect. Pay some respect your neighbor. Stop the violence. I saw what I said. Stop the violence. You are my sunshine. Here you are. Where don't dim your light. When you fall from the head, don't dim your light. Love yourself. You are the miracle. They try to shortchange of yesterday, but God showed you what today looks like. Love yourself. Don't dim your light. They gonna hate, but love yourself. Cause the right people see you. They don't play with magic or spell work, or they not part of the hay group. We ain't not for you. They keep it pushing. Always be yourself, but no molestation. Gotta go. Stop the violence. I'm peace. I bring peace. Love yourself. Don't dim your light. When you fall from the head, don't dim your light. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. You know, no mother or father or guardian should lose a child due to lack of self-control or due to someone's envious or insecurity or fear because someone wants to become their best self of themselves, or someone may be more gifted or spiritual than someone at the end of the day, and someone used their gifts and their spirituality for all the right reasons, and someone has the mindset because they want to energy harvest someone's energy, or someone wants a destiny swipe, or someone wants to rob somebody mentally, spiritually, financially, or put the hate crime towards somebody's child at the end of the day. Regardless the individual came from a single family household or not, no mother or father should have to deal with a phone call to go identify their child. When a mother's a prayer warrior, a father didn't know how to pray, but he went within even when he was labeled a number. A mother lost balance when it comes to knowledge. She thought that someone was supposed to be her protector that day. Only was the hold on one second. She overlooked herself because she was her own mistake. You know, because someone didn't know how to love and respect, that she was losing her own conscience when it comes to, hold on one second, being emotionally intelligent. Someone didn't know how to love and respect her. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same, but she understood at the end of the day she wasn't her worst enemy. All because, hold on one second, she was allowed to overcome the pain. You know, everybody's walk of life ain't the same. Because everybody did have a mother. Some people didn't have a mother or father. Some people did, or whatever the case may be. But everybody's walk of life ain't the same, and I say it respectfully. When your voice does matter. And you should never have to lose a child due to the hands of somebody else because they lack self-control. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. It's not that you was trying to be your child's best friend. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. Even when they stand before themselves, when it comes to their own testimony, you want them to become their best self vision of themselves. You know, hold on one second, not to hurt nobody else's baby. That energy is different when it comes to hold on one second. Stop the violence. You know, my content is not for everyone, and I say it respectfully. You know, no mother or father, regardless they came from poverty or pain or not, should have their child stripped away from them because someone lacks self-control, someone lacks the mindset at the end of the day of not staying in their lane. Now that's the trait, though. How you trying to project pain on an innocent person, stupid? How this type of stuff actually happens and nothing was funny about it. How mother had to walk away to realize, hold on one second, I can't live in fear. I gotta keep pushing for my baby so I can understand the hold on one second. I'm really rare. God gave me the strength to fight for you. A father the same way too. Or because someone wanted to make a mother and father feel miserable. Someone wanted to make a mother and father feel that they wasn't worthy. Hold on one second, loving a child. A mother that prays. A mother at the end of the day that was a provider, a father the same. Regardless, they came from poverty and pain. They knew how to pour into their baby, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. Because when you a mother and father, you ain't doing it for likes and views. Forget someone's script at the end of the day when it comes to hold on one second. That's my reflection. The energy is different. No child should be stripped away from their mother or father due to someone's jealousy, envy, or insecurity at the end of the day. And if someone actually dealt with that, regardless if you had a good day or a bad day at the end of the day, you are worthy of that relationship being held within. And I say that respectfully, one day. You know, my content is not for everyone because healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process. It's not. My content is not for everyone. Always be yourself and no attention. No, it's a change on me. Entertain purpose only. It's change on me. You've been minding your business, minding your business. You know, we live in a spiritual world. It's the trade over me. You ever had some unwanted guests come to your house or whatever the case may be, and you had the and the shut the fuck up. It's the trade over me. This fool decides to run 3 rooms down so where you was at the end of the day to realize you okay. It's the trade over me. This fool decided to say, you know what, I want to ask you, but I really don't. But what the fuck is you screaming for? No, it's a check on me, your stupid ass cousins on the wall again with they dumb ass. Hell, on the fucking stealing this shit. No, the trait over me, entertaining purposes only. She looks up, but then looking up and realizes, hold on one second. You a goddamn mess, you know that, right? No, they are. They spying on us. It's the train of thought for me when you know you goddamn know. I want to get you gotta go. No, for real. An invader at the end of the day will be on your wall like a fly or something, a monitoring spirit or something. When you fucking know, you gotta go too. I don't love you that much. Bye. You know, my content is not for everyone. It's not. The fact that they thought you was weak, only to realize they looked at you like competition, or because you knew how to create the goal within being your biggest cheerleader, who would have known that God was your superhero. They would never understand that your heavenly mother, father, God was holding the wheel, cherishing those moments when it comes to better days ahead. Hold on one second, fall from pretending, being authentic. It started within when it comes to unconditional love, even when chicks and dudes was throwing smoke in a toxic way, playing with magic at the end of the day. They was dibbling and dabbling, thought they was doing something, or because they tried to humiliate you at the end of the day, or because, hold on one second, you wanted to come relate to, hold on one second, actually having your third eye open, actually understanding faith is different. You know that person that tried to rob you. You know that couple at the end of the day, that child, that person that they paid, hold on one second, the crack addict, it'd be the train of thought for me. Or that prostitute, it'd be the train of thought for me. Or that elderly person, the person that keep watching you at the end of the day from down the block, then now they tax bracket when they come to hold on one second, they thought they was holding weight. Or because, hold on one second, I ain't talking about narcotics. Or because they understood that, hold on one second, I knew how to play with spoken in a toxic way. They was in the kitchen cooking up something, trying to dim you, like to discourage you, to ruin your conscience when it comes to motivation. They even put it in front of your front door. Only was to hold on one second. God allowed you to see why you was truly strong. How this type of stuff actually happens. You ain't got to say somebody's name, but this type of stuff actually happens in someone's household, or because someone actually understood the hello in a second. God gave me a vision, I love myself. God gave me a vision and I love myself. God gave me a vision and I love myself. I'm not gonna dim my light, I'm far from my head. I'm not gonna dim my light, I'm far from my head. Never trade off of me. How when you allow your dreams to become your reality, it's gonna make certain folks feel so uncomfortable. They want you shaking in your boots because nobody's, showing up for you. But when you your biggest cheer at the end of the day, real recognize real. They don't double and down with sport even on their worst day. They be the chin to throw for me. They don't got time for the gang stalking. They don't got time at the end of the double and dab at the end of the day to mislead somebody with pain. You don't hurt them just because moments. Taking someone's kindness away because they know how that feels at the end of the day. They actually think for the moment to have a real conversation with a real at the end of the day. Like talk about aliens. Hit me the chin to throw for me. Let's talk about prospering. Like the energy is different. Let's talk about we not in competition with each other but showing each other at the end of the day. Elevation is different. Blossoming. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. The elephant was in the room. Or because they saw a butterfly actually understand making moves. You was riding right to left at the end of the day. God gave you keys to a door they couldn't relate to. Access. Hold on one second. God's permission is different. Even when the devil try to dim you, like to discourage you, God will be protecting your mental when it comes to hold on. So you have to get physical. No, the Jacob. No. It's not a crime to be authentic. It's not. Always be yourself when someone says you don't have potential. I'm Nayaj, and you'll have respect that my content is not for everyone. It's not. Always be yourself with no malicious intention. No, ever checked off me. You ever mind with the money, but you know you have one of those family members or friends or associates that, do the middle trees, marijuana, whatever case it be, and you accidentally see they dumbass do the most dumbest shit. No other trained off me. You ever saw this dummy while you minding your business into the day? And they actually say, I can't find it! I can't find it! Breathe. I can't. My heart. It's a shame on me. What happened, stupid? I can't find this spliff. It's either between your motherfucking hands or on your motherfucking head. How dumb could you be? No, that's a trait off of me. I can't stand being around certain individuals that are so uncommon at the end of the day. What happens to your common sense? If you can't, add just the little sins that you do have to make it make sense in the day, please do me a favor, don't come around me with your dumb ass. That's a trait off me. No, for real. A motherfucker will come around you and blow your high. No other trait off me. I don't mean on a hard knock college or whatever the case may be. But when you goddamn know, please stay over there with your bullshit. When you gotta take a moment to yourself. When you got the right people in your life, you don't look at them like competition. Fall from a hater, they would never understand that you're past living your reality, even when they try to flex on you, when they try to throw your past in your face, or because you want to communicate the goal with them and be real. At the end of the day, something they can relate to is common sense. It be the train of thought for me. How they swear they know you, but they didn't know you at the end of the day. When God closed certain doors in your life, your past will always swear and make an assumption. Hold on one second, you acting funny, but hold on one second, you was been acting new. No, that's the trait over me. I cry every day. It's the train of thought for me. And I wasn't running from my reflection when it come to my past. How we on two different levels at the end of the day. Even when you said I wasn't going to last. Become my best self vision of myself because you was praying on my downfall. You was doing all the things in the background to do me wrong. Try to rob me mentally, spiritually, financially. At the end of the day, all because, hold on one second, I understood how to hold my weight. And I don't mean narcotics. That ain't just different. How when you believe something they can't relate to a testimony, they would never understand how God didn't have to dim your light when God was showing you how to live in fear. How this type of stuff actually happens. You can show up for somebody good day, bad day, and misunderstand it. How you actually pray for people. How you actually showed up for people. Didn't matter how you showed up. You showed up. Even on your last little couple of dollars, not even food in your fridge, short on a couple of bills, they would never understand how you truly read. That phone call they used to always try to make. Now, hold on one second. It was actually too late. They realized that, hold on one second, I should have been, more in your life at the end of the day when it came to hold on one second just because moments. But hold on one second. At the end of the day, you said I was doing too much. Now, God should allow me to see why I hold my own weight. Allow me to pour into myself because my past didn't understand. But when the right people walk into your life, hold on one second, God had a better plan. Because when the right people see you, hear you, respect you, the individual at the end of the day walk into your life actually had good intentions with no malicious intentions. Hold on one second to sneak this you. No, I have a trait though for me. No, for real. Because when your past try to knock on your door, God said the devil can't come in no more. Said I love myself, I'm not gonna dim my light. Said I love myself, I'm not gonna dim my light. Love yourself, don't dim your light. Love yourself, don't dim your light. Yeah, that miracle for a miracle. They would never understand God's receiver is different when you have to get physical. You know, I may not make sense to the average person, but having a poor mentality when you try to become your best self is they would never understand we wasn't equal. You know, because hold on one second, motivation is different, like self-love, confidence, being authentic, what bothers someone's mac when it comes to hold on one second, we wasn't equal from day one, but I still know how to respect my neighbor. Hold on one second. When you didn't understand your own reflection. Damn. Unconditional love. I sure hope that you find yourself. When you said I wasn't favored by God. But hold on one second. God didn't tell a lie. You know, it was never competition when you got God in your life. And especially when it comes to healing trauma and pain. You know, to the genuine ones with no malicious intentions, I truly hope all is well in your end. Regardless of how to love you, respect you, protect you, or meet you halfway, never give up on yourself. And when you don't run from your past, the energy is different. You know, healing childhood trauma, going into your adulthood, never give up on yourself, because when God sends the right people into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you with no malicious intentions. And I say that respectfully. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. They're not dibbling down with spell work or magic. They're not hacking your devices. They're not monitoring your every move. They're not gang stalking you, robbing you mentally, spiritually, financially, monitoring your packages, your mail. They're not rerouting it. They're not doing all that weird stuff. It's a train of thought for me. No, for real. I don't know what's wrong with these people nowadays. They special. And they call you slow, stupid, retarded. Look like you need a straight bite like a dumbass. You know, my content is not for everybody. And I say that respectfully. I love to talk about love. Never check on me. I do. Ah! Love is rare, love is one of a kind. With the right one truly for you. You know, insecurity wasn't part of your vocabulary when it comes to your future. That energy is different because it was never competition, let alone someone trying to humiliate you. You know, shortchanging your pockets, hold on one second, wasn't an issue because someone wanted to protect your mental, let alone your heart. Someone actually brought you peace in your life at the end of the day. Someone actually smart. You know, someone that sees you, hears you, respects you. That energy is different when it comes to confidence, being emotionally available. Who would have knew someone could truly love you? You know, someone allow you to fail. So much for keeping it real. You know, creating memories became a thing at the end of the day, the norm. Someone not doing you wrong because they didn't have to get physical to put their hands on you. You know, fumble you, someone actually praying for you. You know, that energy is different when it was never competition. That energy is different when you're not running from your past when it comes to your reflex because you understood that God had a better plan at the end of the day when it comes to your future. Only rest you understood divine timing is different. You wasn't the issue. Imagine praying for somebody they walk into your life. You almost overlooked yourself because of your character traits or because you were still reminded to get past the end of the day, but someone knew how to treat you right. Showing you it's okay that you found the safe place in the right person's arms. Someone didn't have to pretend to do you wrong. You know that energy is different. Someone showing you at the end of the day. It went from 1 year to 2 years to 3 years to 40 years. You gained a lover, best friend, a business partner, and everybody's walk of life ain't the same, even when the world's trying to steer the wrong direction. You know, you got folks in your head talking about why you look at this person that way, why you so infatuated with them, or why you so in love, why you so inspired, why you feeling them at the end of the day. But you got your own mindset when it comes to your heart. Hold on one second. Only was that God wasn't misleading you wrong because the devil was trying to tell so many lies. You know, they was projecting spoke in a toxic way. You even have to know these folks at the end of the day. When you on God's time, the energy is different. When God's showing you balance when it comes to a future. Can't nobody break up a divine couple at the end of the day. Who would have knew that faith is different when someone truly loves you? You know, my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. Love is real, love is one of a kind, with the right one truly for you. Was it more so the doubt zone? Only realized the hold on 1 second you was really real. Only realized the hold on 1 second you was still keeping it real. You was actually maintaining the smile. Nothing fake about you at the end of the day. Holding somebody down. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, even sick days. The energy is different. Wasn't trying to rob somebody when it comes to their attentions. You know, because they passed dead. They passed fun with them. Only realized the hold on 1 second you was red. Someone real, someone genuine, kind, someone actually fine. Hold on 1 second. Someone actually knew how to be on God's time. You wasn't just manipulating God at the end of the day, because that wasn't in your vocabulary when you actually knew how to pray. Someone, a prayer warrior. Y'all was on the same page when it come to praying, but you actually knew how to respect them at the end of the day, regardless of, hold on one second, who they pray to. You know, only to realize someone brought peace into your life. Someone allowed you to feel that true love was right. It was a prayer within the prayers and that you always pray for. You never thought it would be right now at the end of the day when it comes to this life, but God wasn't trying to destroy you when God was elevating you, showing you that your boundaries is different when it comes to unconditional love. Because when the right person walks into your life, hold on one second, love, someone loyal, genuine, and kind, respecting you, hold on one second, they know how to value your time. When the outside world's trying to dim your light, how you gain the love of best friend, the business partner, everybody's walk of life ain't the same. When someone truly want to be on the same page, cheering you on up close in person, behind closed door, your biggest cheerleader at the end of the day, that ain't just different. Someone praying for you. Someone sees you, hears you, respects you. It was not revenge love. It wasn't lust, toxic love. It was real love. They say fairy tales ain't real, but who would have knew a true ending would be with you? It started with a beginning so fruitful because your garden allowed you to see why you grew. Why you grew to become mature. Why you grew to pour into you. Why you grew and understood why certain doors opened in your life, because God wasn't misleading you when the devil tried to stop you. You matter, you're worthy of true love, not shortchanging you. My content is not for everybody. True love is not supposed to hurt, and true love is not pain. And true love is not spell work or malicious intentions or lust. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. I may not be entertaining to the average person, and you go find something else to watch somewhere else. Hello, stupid. It's the trait of me. You disturbing your peace right in the air. Hello. You bringing your own blood pressure. Doctor! We still ain't falling down over this dumbass yet. It's a trait on me. Watch me. Too much. You can't stand me. That sounds real personal at the end of the day. No, it really do. There's so many other people that you could be investing to, like yourself. And I said it respectfully. How an individual won't like you, but will disrespect you, but continue to watch you, observe your every move to rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, or even hex you or project spell work when it comes to your finances, your love life, or you becoming your best self version of yourself. All this type of stuff actually happens. Regardless if you're an entrepreneur or a content creator or not at the end of the day, never allow someone in the background because individuals want you to give up on yourself or become a crash out or whatever the case may be. Never allow someone to see potential within you, and because they know certain people that work in certain different departments, regardless to what it is that you do at the end of the day, never allow that to dim your light, because they want you to be in a mindset of giving up. They want you to be in a mindset that nobody's supporting you. They want you to be in a mindset of lack when you're showing up for yourself every single day, because that's what it takes every single day. When you're becoming your best self vision yourself and you're far from a hater and you don't look at your neighbor like competition. No, it's a trade off for me. No, for real. No, for real. I honestly give respect to those at the end of the day, regardless of what you're going through. If you have it or you don't have it, and you still show genuine, authentic love at the end of the day, and you fall from a hater, because we all ain't the same. It be the train of thought for me. Regardless if someone got more than you or not, you always rooted somebody on when they didn't root you on. You always gave flowers when it was due at the end of the day. But never stop showing up for you, because you matter and you are worthy of the right people cheering you on, regardless to what you got going on, and you ain't got malicious intentions. We all not the same. Right from our past, no, it's the trade off of me. Hello. And we all don't dip that was spell of voodoo, witchcraft, or magic in a toxic way. My content is not for everyone. I am not an addict. I am not a sex worker. And I would never hurt myself regardless to what man, woman, child, elderly, or couple is threatening my life or who's gang stalking me. I say that respectfully. When it comes to gang stalking, they monitor your every move. They will even project spell towards you. They would rob you mentally, spiritually, financially, even make you feel like you're mentally unstable at the end of the day. Use your own documentations against you to get you locked up, put you in the psych board. They monitor your mail because they know individuals that work in certain departments. They monitor your packages. They will even act like that you got your packages or your mail in the day when you never did. Or they even will reroute your mail. all your packages, or they would even reroute your phone calls. They would even change your telephone numbers on certain documentations, and or they will put their number up at the end of the day so they can monitor your every move. How this stuff actually happens when it comes to gang stalking. You know, my content is to everybody. They will even project sport towards individuals that are trying to come towards you. They will even send a mind spell work towards somebody so they won't see you right, and they will click there and say, I told you that person to crash on slow, stupid, and retarded. But never give up on yourself, and I say respectfully. How this type of stuff actually happens when it comes to gang stalking. You know, it's not a crime to be authentic, and I say it respectfully. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone, and I always have since day one. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. I go live every night on YouTube at 10:15 p.m. Always be yourself when someone says that you are not worthy or someone overlooks your potential. They called you a bitch, you stupid, you ain't worthy, you ain't nobody. They only labeled you a number at the end of the day. They was preying on your downfall. Even when days when you didn't understand, hold on 1 second. I'm just trying to smile more. I ain't trying to get discovered at the end of the day. Folks trying to kick me down regardless of the town. Hold on 1 second. When it come to their zip code, I wasn't trying to catch a case. How they try to antagonize you. Or because you believe happiness started within. Or because God was fixing your crime. They would never understand. It was never competition. Or because you knew how to pray to go within. They said that you thought you was better than somebody. Or because boundaries is different when it comes to unconditional love. Wasn't trying to hurt nobody. Healing a wound they couldn't relate to that was truly affecting you. They would never understand. Regardless of your moms and your pops didn't know how to love you. Who would have known you be standing before yourself today to say, I loved me? They would never understand. It was never for likes if you was a clout chasing or fame. They could never walk a day and get shoes at the end of the day. When you have to pretend to actually heal to go within. You're mad and you're worthy. Never give up on yourself when someone try to project fear in you. You know, your voice does matter when individuals take your kindness or weakness and they threaten your life that nobody will ever believe you at the end of the day. Because someone said something disrespectful to you. Someone wanted to control the narrative of taking your kindness or weakness. And they said they was going to label you slow, stupid, and retarded because you may be a popular loner. You may just mind your business. You may just love yourself a little bit differently than they when it come to your boundaries. Where you ain't have to get physical. How folks looking for reaction. Trying to make you uncomfortable. Want you to be invisible. Trying to rob you spiritually, mentally. Hold on 1 second. All because they wanted to dish you. But God was revealing you at the end of the day. But God was still protecting. They would never understand how God was holding it down. When God was truly allowing you to see. Holding that conversation when it came to every word. Speaking up for yourself when it came to your words. That energy is different. Hold on 1 second. Then have to live in fear. They would never understand how God is truly educating you at the end of the day. Hold on 1 second. We all don't pray the same. They would never understand it wasn't revenge. It was speaking up for yourself when they tried to shadow ban you. You know, my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. Loving yourself is not a crime. I am my biggest cheerleader. And I would never hurt myself regardless who's threatening my life. And I say that respectfully. Couple, man, woman, child, or even elderly. And I say that respectfully. I would never hurt myself. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and when it comes to my creativity, I do not deal with no third-party conversation. And then when it comes to gang stalking, individuals act like they know you. They would even act like you participate in a conversation when you never was there at the end of the day. It's a train of thought for me. How individuals will hack your device, your accounts, your emails, and act like you had a whole conversation when you was never there. How this type of stuff actually happens. They would act like you got your package, your mail, when you never did. They would act like they know you at the end of the day. Oh, yeah, I just spoke to them. You weird ass son of a bitch. I said what I said. You said I'm slow? No, you're retarded. My content is not for everyone. It's not a crime to be authentic. It's actually a beautiful gift. And I say that respectfully. Never said that you had to be perfect. But choosing yourself to find balance, they would never understand your purpose. Healing trauma and pain, hold on 1 second, it was affecting the cause at the end of the day, allowing you to see why you understood rainy days has different when it came to your testimony. You starting to find the ways to how to heal yourself. You understood the end of the day that you didn't want to be your punching bag when it come to hurting yourself with your own words. You wanted to clear, hold on 1 second, I wasn't trying to go to war. I was trying to find my best self-vision of myself, only with a hold on 1 second. God has allowed me to love myself another day. Look in the mirror, you handsome, you're beautiful. It was certain folks that didn't see you, hear you, respect you. They wasn't there to protect you. They didn't see your worth at the end of the day. Who would have known at the end of the day? Getting discouraged wasn't part of your vocabulary when it came to better days ahead. Not overlooking you. I may not make sense to the average person, and that's okay. I'm Naya, Genuine Love Respect. Today is currently December 12th, 2005, and I work alone when it comes to my creativity, and I would never hurt myself. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from my hate to stop the violence in the community. Misunderstood and judged by you, far from my hate to stop the violence in the community. Peace and respect, your name, but you might want them, you're like God, whatever, you're like, stop the violence. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and when it comes to my creativity, I get it from my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father, God, and I say that respectfully. I work alone when it comes to my creativity. My soul was never for sale, keeping it real. We all don't pray the same, but when God says the right people to your life at the end of the day, when they not for you, they know how to keep it pushing. They not part of the hate train. They not part of the gang stalking. They don't got time for that weird shit. What the fuck wrong with you stupid ass people? They don't got time for that dumb shit. When God sends the right people into your life, they see you, they hear you, they respect you. They don't look at you like competition, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. They act in their body weight, not their shoe size. That motivation is different when someone shows you at the end of the day that devil was telling so many lies. Because you know the past, so that nobody would come into your life to truly show you that hold on 1 second, world can actually last. You know, folks is actually having a conversation, mature, hold on 1 second. We wasn't trying to destroy each other when it comes to hold on 1 second. Our whole past self-vision of ourselves. When it's not part of your future, then it's just different. Because it wasn't competition, dumbass. What's your issue, past? You know, when the past is the past, spinning the block, that's what they try to do. Try to laugh in your face. Talk about you think you better than somebody when they trying to catch a case. Regardless, protecting your mental, they would never understand how to right when they truly in your life at the end of the day, good day, bad day, misunderstood day, regardless if you sick, they actually want you to become your best self-vision of yourself. Because respect is a two-way street with no misintentions, and they fall from haters. Regardless, they don't pray the same. We all know how to respect each other, especially the genuine ones with no malicious intentions. Because everybody not a genuine one. No, that's right, though, man. I gotta go. You know, individuals will take your kindness or weakness, and then as soon as you start speaking up for yourself, they quit to call you slow, stupid, retarded, how you're too aggressive, how you start trouble, you a problem person, and because they wanted to be able to control the narrative as to abusing you mentally, physically, spiritually, or financially, or at the end of the day, they wanted to ruin your reputation. And because you spoke up for yourself, no, you wasn't wrong. Because when the right people see you, hear you, respect you, they don't got malicious intentions towards you. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and my content is not for everyone. I would never hurt myself regardless to what man, woman, child, couple, elderly, and I say that respectfully, is threatening my life or who's gang stalking me. I would never hurt myself. I won't wish no gang stalking nobody. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I never signed up for someone's one-sided ass contract. No, that's a trick on me. I gotta go. Peace and respect, your name is Stop the Violence. Gotta go. I'm Naya, genuine love, respect, and I am my biggest cheerleader. Never give up on yourself when someone overlooks you, and I say that respectfully. You know, individuals will watch you within watch you for years and months at a time. See that you got potential, and because it's your thing, they gonna always make sure that you the issue. And they gonna always make sure that they in the background and make sure that you don't elevate and prosper in life at the end of the day. But that does not mean stop loving yourself again, discouraged in the day. Because hold on 1 second, you know how to hold your own weight and being authentic. It wasn't nothing personal. You just know how to show up for yourself. That makes them uncomfortable. When it comes to weathering their own storm, they ain't know how to go within. Hello, I gotta go. Now you're genuine love and respect. Always be yourself. Let the vines clear. It's December 12th, 25. Let the vines have a good day. Still here for hate crime. I would never hurt myself.